We're on to the containment phase, and the purpose of the containment phase is to contain the mold in one specific area. We don't want mold to spread all the way through the house. The process of mold is very simple. When it's dormant, like what's on the wall in the kitchen, it's a dust form. That dust form will spread through the house. It'll sit on fabrics, it'll sit on wall surfaces, and it's just going to wait for an opportunity to grow. Add moisture, add humidity, mold will begin to grow. One of the ways that mold travels in a house is your return system. Air being drawn from the inside of the house comes back to this point. This is the return. Mold spores from the kitchen are being sucked from the wall. They enter the return and then distribute themselves throughout the house. Part of solving your mold problem is stopping the spreading of mold spores. The filter system is beneficial and helpful to do that. If you're in a mold condition, you have to regularly change this and then clean. Clean it, clean it, clean it. Keep cleaning it. The reason being is the more mold spores you take out, the less mold spores you're spreading around. When you're physically doing your mold project and you're physically cleaning the mold in your home, this unit has to be turned off. The last thing you want to do is give the opportunity for mold spores to go into your duct systems and make a worse problem. We just got through talking about air conditioning systems and how we want to shut everything down. We don't want to blow air anywhere in the house. We don't want any air from this air sucked into the return air, so we want to protect that out. What we've done is we've installed a plastic barrier. These are plastic poles that make our job very easy. However, you can use thumbtacks or nails or staples, and you can apply the sheetrock all the way across. Then you turn around and you create the seal. The tape will then create a seal for this area. When you build your containment, the number one thing is, A, you have a pocket for clean air, and B, you have to have a way to get your trash and particles out of the building. We're today, for the purpose of this excavation, because it's small, are going to use a window. We're going to contain everything up in plastic bags. We're going to protect it all so it can't spread around the building. And then we're going to dump the trash out the window into the dumpster. One of the first things you do prior to getting ready to remove drywall off the wall is a wet application. This is an application that we use in the process of cleaning, and the reason we do it is because it prevents mold spores from spreading. Right now, if you touch it, you can see you can move it. I just moved it. What that does is when it gets in the air, it just makes that much more work for you to clean it all up. And that's the last thing you want to do is more work. There's a couple different products. Don't use bleach. Concept number one. And I don't know who started it, but bleach doesn't fix everything. Bleach is a corrosive. Bleach damages floors. Bleach damages framing, walls, metal, electrical. Don't apply bleach. You can use just clear water, and it's better than bleach. The whole idea is simple. Apply water, make it wet, control the mold in one space, and then remove it. My personal favorite, if you don't have professional services, is Lysol. It's purple, it's concentrate. You get it at your hardware store, you get it at Walmart or wherever you can get it at. It is perfect. It says a bacterial or fungal killer. It's not a corrosive, it won't damage your construction materials, it won't bleach stuff, and it is very effective about killing the mold spores. Fortunately enough, Performance Restoration Services is here, and they provided us with our handy application of sarin, which it just basically kills it dead, graveyard dead, however they say that. So first thing we're going to do is apply it. We're going to wet it down. Basically, what you can see now is that your mold is not a flight risk. It's reduced its ability to spread everywhere, and that's exactly what you want. Now, our HEPA vac is a really valuable tool
because as the air exhausts from this vacuum, it doesn't allow the mold particles to spread through the building. If you use a shop vac, which is a common application, go and buy yourself an extension hose. Connect the extension hose to the shop vac, take it over to the window and seal it. All the exhaust dust will go outside of the house and you just won't spread it around anywhere. Now that you've done this, you go through the process of vacuuming the wall down, and you've not only made it wet, but you've eliminated as much dust as possible. Then when that's done, you start demoing the wall. You ready to go? The first part of demoing, obviously, is removing the sheetrock off the wall. Right here in this specific area, we're going to take the sheetrock and put it in a bag. Seal the bag up, take it to the dumpster. All we're contaminating is this area right here, and that's all we have to clean when we're done.
Of all the things that we do in the mold business, this is one of our most valuable tools. While we're cleaning, while we're working, this tool right here is enough reason alone to hire a company like Performance Restoration Services. This is an air scrubber. What air scrubbers do is they take the air that's here, they run it through 2 filters, and then they exhaust it back out. The issue with mold is really simple. Small particles spread everywhere, they get in your air conditioning system, and then they just lay dormant for the next water occurrence. If you take that and spread it all over your house, you know what's coming next. Small plumbing leak, then you have another mold problem. That's what they call a chronic mold situation. We've already taken you through the process of simple containment. That's plastic, that's holding this area into one specific location. Now we're going to turn our air scrubbers on, and we're going to continue to clean the air, and this air will continue to circulate through until all of the spores are gone. At that point, you can use your testing to prove the quality of your work. That's when testing is of value to you. I want to show you now that we're kind of at the end. Now this has been about a 4, maybe 5 hour process. All the interior finishes have been removed. All of the mold is gone. The air is clean. Everything smells wonderful. And we're at the final stage. First, note, before you encapsulate, this is called encapsulation, you must dry your wall. We cheated a little bit, and our walls and everything was already set up, and we dried everything before we started. We knew where our plumbing leaks were at, and we fixed them. Here's what you have to do at this stage. Before you paint the walls, you'll take your fan and you'll set it up right here, and you will blow until your walls are all dry. When your walls are dry, then you can paint it. This is an encapsulation process. Earlier you saw the gentleman spraying the walls, and that's a cool little gun we use. It is an encapsulation product. Basically what it is a primer with an X11. That's the inexpensive way to do it, or a professional way we use a product called FiberLock. There are 2 different products. They both meet the same purpose, and the whole goal is that at the end of the day, if you remember, this piece of wood had a mold product on it. We scrubbed it down, we cleaned it, we treated it with sarin, and then when we were done, we encapsulated it with paint. Whatever was or is or may be on this wall cannot grow to the new drywall that you install. This is what's going to keep your process from coming back. Remember, in everything that you do, dilution is the solution to pollution. Got to get as much of the bad stuff out and get all the good stuff in. Thanks, and have a great day.